behind your name, it really don't mean nothing when you come to a place of desperation. You must understand now, in this narrative, Jesus, he gets the word that Jairus, this little girl, is at the point of death. And the text tells us that Jesus, now being the kind of God that he is, he understands that suffering calls for a response. I wish I had some folk in here that understand that when people to the left of you and people to the right of you, when they are suffering, somebody got to get off of their do nothing and do something. Here it is, Jesus is on his way to Jairus' house. But in verse 43 through verse number 48, Jesus is delayed. Tell your neighbor, Jesus is delayed. He is delayed because there is a desperate woman that had an issue of blood for 12 long deplorable years. He is delayed because this woman has gotten worse. She has spent all that she had, and instead of getting better, the text says that she got worse. This woman got so desperate that she began to get through the crowd and press her way through the crowd, not concerned about what folk would say about her, not concerned about her illness, not concerned about her issue. She just went through the crowd and she pushed her way to Jesus. This woman was desperate, and Jesus now begins to stand still and declare that somebody touched me. Pastor, the disciples said, can't you see all of these folks throwing it around you? What do you mean somebody touched you? Somebody is always touching you. But Jesus said, hold on, baby, you don't understand. It was something different about that touch. And when that touch touched me, virtue, it left me power, left me some anointing left me. And here it is, Jesus now, he is dealing with this woman on his way to Jairus' house. You must understand now, look at Jesus. He's on his way one direction. Tell your neighbor, he's going one way. Tell him he's going one way. And he allows himself to be purposely delayed because this woman had faith. I'll stop by to tell you that a delay is not a denial. I'm trying to get somebody to get happy in here because you have been delayed. It does not mean you have been denied. If you can hold on and let the Lord fight your battles, the check is already in the mail waiting to get to you. The healing has already been dispatched from Holy Ghost headquarters waiting to get to you. Can I tell you, from the moment you pray, God hears you, and your prayers got to go through some demonic activity. I wish I had a praying church in here to realize that when the Lord is getting ready to bless you, you got to deal with some stuff. I wish I had some help in here. You got to deal with some uncommon stuff because you're getting ready to get an uncommon blessing. Jesus is delayed, but it's not denied. Tell your neighbor, it's not denied. A delay with Jesus is not a disturbance, but it's divine intervention. When there is a delay, we must understand that Jehovah Shammah is already there. Y'all just miss me. Y'all got to understand, Jesus was fully man and fully God, and in his humanity he was limited, but in his divinity he had it all going together. And you must understand, in his humanity he could be at one place at one time, but in his divinity he could be everywhere at the same time. You must understand, in his humanity he gets hungry, but in his divinity he is the bread of life. You must understand, in his humanity he gets thirsty, but in his divinity he is the water of life. Slap your neighbor, tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. You ought to tell your neighbor, he is the living water. This text, let Lisa keep you too long. Just three things, this text. would seek Jesus. Jairus stepped up without reservation and fell down at the feet of Jesus. What Jairus was simply saying is that there is no shame in my game. And I'll stop by to discover that our nation right now is in trouble. Because we got fathers that will not seek Jesus. What a difference the world would be if we had fathers that would seek Jesus. What I love about Jairus is that Jairus sought Jesus. And the text does not indicate he sent his wife. He didn't send his servants. The text says that Jairus went to see Jesus. And when you and I take on the role of a father, you and I must also take on the responsibilities of a father. You must understand that God has called us to be the head of our home. That means that we begin to guard everything that comes in and everything that goes out. We become, amen, the mouthpiece. We become the preserver. We become the provider. We become the protector of where God has placed us. And I must understand that God has given us responsibilities, and most of us would rather bow than stand up to our responsibilities. We need more than men. Oh God, we need some men that will stand up in the face of adversity and own up to their responsibilities. Ephesians 6:4, fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. So it is the father's responsibility to take the lead and to teach the children, not the wife. It's the father's responsibility to lead them to church, not the wife. It's the father's responsibility to help them brush their teeth, not the wife. It's the father's responsibility to help them put on their clothes, not their wife. It's the father's responsibility to seek Jesus. Can you say yeah? The second thing he does, at least I keep you too long. The text lists that this little girl had a father that would let Jesus in his home. A father will always invite Jesus into his home. I said a father will always give Jesus an invitation to come under their roof. I said a father will always extend an invitation so that the King of Glory can come in. And one thing our country needs today is some homes where Christ resides. Homes where Christ is welcome. Homes where Christ is more than an artifact. Homes where Christ is more than a motif. Homes that Christ is more than a picture on the wall. Homes where Christ is more than a sign and a symbol, but a home where his presence is acknowledged and his name is honored and obeyed. You ought to slap your name and tell him, I know he's right. Let me remind you, in the book of Exodus, back over in the Passover, when God was bringing the last plague upon Egypt, how the death angel was going to pass and slay the firstborn of Egypt. Watch this. The only safety for the children would be the blood of a lamb. And the blood was to be placed on the doorpost and the upper post. Can I tell you who put the blood up there? It was the fathers. They were to take the lamb. It was the father who was to apply the blood, because the safety, y'all got to hear me in here, the safety of the family depends on the father. He placed the blood over the door. The family would be spared from death and tragedy. And if the father failed to do his duty, then the death angel would kill the firstborn. I've got some good news for you, sir.